So the other day, I was organizing my retro game, or my retro setup. This is my retro setup right here, with some consoles and stuff, VHS tapes, screwdrivers for these consoles because they're proprietary screwdrivers, it is a little annoying, but they are very, very hard to strip, so I like that. I've talked about it before, I hate Phillips head screws. Hate them. With a burning passion. And I usually keep stuff in here. All that stuff's right here right now because I'm doing some things. But I reorganized my retro setup and I pulled out my DVD VCR combo player and then organized some of the cables and then put it all back together. And afterwards, something changed. You see, it may look weird on here. That's just how phone cameras record CRT TVs. It looks weird. But this is S-Video. And I have had the cable for, how many years now? Almost 2? I've had it for about as long as my retro setup, so about 2.5 years. If you don't know what S-Video is, it worked with AV similar to component cables and made it a much better video quality. Like, for example, that's component cables. That's S-Video. In my opinion, S-Video looks slightly better than component cables, and so whenever I'm watching something, or watching a DVD on here, I use S-Video. I don't even have the audio cables hooked up to the component cables, I just have the video. But ever since I hooked up my S-Video, and nearly 2 years ago, there was an issue. The slightest bump of the VCR, the TV, or whatever, would cause the picture quality to look off, like kind of black and white. And then a slight more bump, and it would cause it to just completely stop working, and I'd have to adjust the cable to get it working again. And so for 2 years, I had to put up with that. But when I pulled out the VCR, I noticed that the S-Video cable came unplugged when I pulled it out. Then after I put everything back together, I plugged it back in and put it back together. Now no issues. So apparently for that whole 2 years, the cable just was partially unplugged. I don't know how it got partially unplugged 2 years ago. I probably just pulled on it when I was setting it up on accident, because from the moment I set it up, it had that issue. So when I was pulling it to get it into the TV, I probably pulled it out of the VCR slightly. And for years, I just thought that was either the TV port or the cable itself. I'm an idiot.